This video contains gratuitous use of profanity and uncomfortable pauses to compensate for lack of professionalism and original thought. Viewer discretion advised.
No le busquen que yo soy bien salsa. Si me cucan me sacan chilosa. Yo sé que ustedes me miran sabrosa, pero cuidado que yo estoy picosa. No le busquen que yo soy bien salsa. Si me cucan me sacan chilosa. Yo sé que ustedes me miran sabrosa, pero cuidado que yo estoy picosa. Yo soy una chamaca que no se deja.
Thank you guys. Thank you for coming back to this podcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to be in your location today. Thank you, John, for being here as well. My friend, it's good to see you. I know we're actually inside this room today, but such a beautiful day out there, and we're missing out. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. We like to do this. We dedicate our time and effort to be doing these videos for you guys entertainment as well. And I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. All of my friends out there, you're doing fantastic. And those people who are listening to my audio podcast, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys doing that. And for you guys who are actually watching me for the first time, or maybe you've been watching me for a while and haven't had the time to actually press on that button to follow me, it's about time to do that now. And if you guys haven't given me some thumbs up out there, just give me some thumbs up. Remember that, and I hope you guys enjoy this video that I got going today. It's kind of I think it might be a little short, but we don't know. We don't know where it's gonna take us yet, as of yet. That's kind of how we do things, spur of the moment type of a deal. But yeah. Anyhow, I got a video for you guys today. It's a short video from this guy named James Talarico. Talarico. I don't know what nationality. What is it? Hispanic? No, I don't know what he is, dude. Talarico, I don't know. I haven't done my research on his nationality. All I know, he's a nutcase. But we do on this video that we have going, we're going to learn a little bit about James Talarico. Reason I'm bringing this up on this guy is because he's another scary guy that we always have to keep an eye on. And some of these guys, the media and everybody else, they make these guys like they walk on water. And because of that, we want to go ahead and bring a lot of information on this guy. So that way, at least you're going to have some ideas to where he stands on everything and what's going on with this guy. So now, let me give you a little bit of background on this guy. This guy just won. He's a Texas representative, and he just beat recently Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett is a... What was that? Crock of shit? Yeah, exactly. That's what I call it. Crock of shit. Anyways, Jasmine Crockett is she's actually in Congress. She's a congresswoman, and the U.S. congresswoman. And Talarico is a state representative running for Senate. And as of right now, he actually ended up beating, not about three weeks ago or so, he ended up beating Crockett. So Crockett is no longer moving up on the ranks. She's staying where she's at right now, as of right now. But she wants to climb the ladder. She wants to be in Senate. She wants to go for the big bucks, because that's pretty much what these guys do. And so he ended up beating Jasmine Crockett. And but we're gonna know because they're both nutcases. He's from Austin, I think. This guy is from Austin. So I think Jasmine Crockett is more North Texas. They're still both the same. You're one of them loses, the other one wins, whatever. Nothing's gonna change. You're gonna hear the media making a big deal out of these people, just like AOC and everything and everybody else out there. But anyhow, so we're gonna go ahead and watch a video on this guy. So we're gonna learn a little bit of where his stands are on few things, and this is kind of interesting to know about this guy. But I don't think he likes meat, and I think this is what we're gonna see right now. All right, so let's watch this video, guys, and let me get this thing prepared here for you guys, because I know that it's a little. Sometimes I'm not ahead of the game, but anyhow, so I'm there right now, and let's watch this guy.
We have, I think, heard more and more issues of animal welfare. I think not just because it's the right thing to do and the moral thing to do, but also it's, as all of you know.
All right. Well, he said something about welfare, right? It's a right thing to do, and it's a moral thing to do. Okay. So, the issue with welfare, and let's make this kind of simple. The thing about welfare is, I don't think welfare was established for the American people to stay in it for fucking thousands of years. We don't live. I know we don't live that long, but let's just make this a little more exaggerating. It wasn't set there for life. So it was only set for a certain amount of time so you can get back on your feet and then, just get your work, apply for jobs, and then, go to work and live a normal life. I think welfare is a thing to keep you. It's a system to keep you out of the bottom of the barrel and just keep you there and just have you more like a damn robot and control you, because they give you money, they're controlling your ass, right? And at the same time, you give them money, they know who you're going to be voting for. That's that in a nutshell. That's kind of how it is. But this guy, it's a moral thing. It's almost like it's a moral. It's an obligation that we have to do that. All right. Look, I understand there's people out there that have gone through some rough times, and they may or may they may need some of this money, and I understand that. I understand that. I'm not a mean guy, but it's not. It's something. Just it's there just to eventually help you, and just give you another leg up, and just find yourself a job and get you back on the road, and that I agree with that. I think it's okay if some of these people do apply for welfare when it comes to that kind of situation. But like I said, it's not there for fucking eternity. But let's keep going.
Necessary to fight climate change. It is now existential that we try to reduce our meat consumption, and that we try to respect animals.
Oh, wait a minute. Now he went from there. So we're starting to see more of a pattern here. So now it's about climate change. It's funny that for a while people weren't talking about. All of a sudden they're bringing this thing back. It's on the table again. It's going to be a conversation for the years to come. Now, all of a sudden, it gets, I don't know, it gets 100 degrees in California for a week. All of a sudden it's climate change. Like it's never been hot before over there. No, exactly. That's exactly what they do. And they always talk about fear mongering. That we're all Republicans are all fear monger. Yeah, this climate crap. It's all business to these people. Yeah, it's all business. Let's keep going.
In all aspects of society. And so I am proud to say that our campaign has officially become a non-meat campaign. So we...
Wait. His campaign is non-meat campaign. I'm telling you. I would love to be in this. I don't know. That looked like maybe like a press conference or something. I don't know what the hell that is, but yeah, he's got like a little forum there. Maybe at a little restaurant that he's just, that's probably what he's doing. I would love to actually just walk around there in front of the camera, in front of him, with a nice big, Whataburger on my hand, and I would take a big bite in front of him. I was just like, even the crunch, you can hear it. You know, I would love to do something like that. You know, that will be on TikTok, be on video. That would be actually pretty cool. You know, I'll probably get a lot of views if I did that. What is it with the obsession with these people? You know, for you not to eat meat. Yeah, no, it's a gas thing. Yeah, no. So all of a sudden, the cows, when the cows, you know, when they fart, because they eat all of the grass and all whatever, you know, when the cows fart, I guess there is some kind of a osmosis, some kind of a, you know, this thing just goes up in the sky, you know, and it makes a hole up there. And all of a sudden, because of that, that's why we've been getting, no, that's exactly what they're saying. That because of that, it's getting this big hole up there, and the sun rays are just going through, penetrating, and burning the shit of all of us. And so it's like it's never really happened before. It's that shit has been, you know, we had a lot. It's been hot in the past. Oh no, it's hot. It's yeah, but you know, it's been hot before, but not like now. How do you know? Were you here when, I don't know, 300 years ago? I don't understand. Well, you know, you gotta accept science. Bullshit. You can only accept science to these people, you know, to when science benefits them. If he's telling them about, I don't know, what a woman is, if you're asking him what a woman is, they won't tell you. They don't believe in that science. Let's keep going.
We are only buying vegan products from our local vegan businesses. Some of you may know Big Nonas. They were little Nonas.
And wait. So Big Nonos. He's buying vegan products now from Big Nonos. It used to be Little Nonos. And there's a lot of nutcases now. Because of the nutcases, all of a sudden, Little Nonos became Big Nonos. Big Nonos to me is like, no. I ain't buying shit from you. No. Yeah, you know, Big Nono is probably giving them some kind of a cash. They're for his campaign or something. You know, it's one of those things, man. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, and we're all cool, and let's go have a drink. And yeah, let's keep going.
Opened up brick and mortar, another Big Nonas, but we just got our pizza from there today. And so the point is that I think all of us, not just policymakers, but everyone has to take personal responsibility in this effort. We
all got to take personal responsibility in this effort. So it's all about the guilt trip. So if you're eating, I don't know, a nice steak, you know, you got to take personal responsibility. Do not eat that steak. If you're grabbing a nice piece of New York steak, there's a lot of really good places. I mean, look, we're in the great state of Texas. Texas is known for steaks, ribs, a lot of meat. Like I said, I'm not a big meat eater. But the fact that somebody has to tell me that or make me feel guilty for eating meat, that in itself, I want to slap the guy. I'm serious, because no, I'm not really aggressive. You know me. But you know what? Some of these people, they just push buttons all the time. They just push the right button. The right button to me is telling me what to do. That is the right button. You press the right button. You tell me what to do. You tell me not to eat meat. And, you know, look, I get it. If you want to, you know, if you don't, like I said, I'm not a big eater. No, I'm not, man. I do like chicken. I like grilled chicken. I think chicken, you know, but that's just because I like the taste of it. But I do like good, you know, I like a great burger and I like a great steak as well, but I'm not going to eat it all the time. That's just my own personal It's just my own personal view, but I'm not gonna criticize all of you guys who are actually love meat and could eat meat every day. That's your deal. And the moment they start telling you, they're starting to make you feel like giving you this guilt trip, then that's the moment that you kind of say that. Actually, that's the moment that we all should just say, hell you. You're not gonna make me. It's like the rebellion comes up. That's why they call me the Latin rebel. Seriously. But you know what? Let's learn a little bit about this guy, because I think this guy is not only, like I said, we're going to be hearing a lot about this guy, because, as I say, this is a media darling right now, and if you haven't seen him yet, I'm sure you will pretty soon. But let's learn a little bit about this guy. Okay, as I say, he's a representative of Texas. He's just beat Jasmine Crockett. He's going to be running for Senate in Texas on the Democrat side. And here's a thing to know about this guy. Talarico, he's an outspoken critic of Christian nationalism. So he's even gone as far as calling it a cancer. So calling it cancer in our religion. That's what he's calling it, our religion, his religion, because I think he's some kind of a Protestant. I don't know what the hell, but anyways, so he has an issue with a lot of conservatives, because we're conservatives. According to him, we're Christian nationalism. The fact that you love this country, all of a sudden you're put yourself on a little box. You're a Christian national, and you're Christian, and you love this country. All of a sudden, you're a Christian nationalist. That's a sin. That's a sin to this guy. All right. He doesn't believe that those are the teachings of Jesus Christ. That's what he says. Christian nationalism. You can't love this country if you're Christian. The other one is cannabis. And that's just a short version of his beliefs, by the way. The other one's cannabis, or weed. Talarico has advocated for the legalization of and taxation. Well, basically, he wants weed to be sold in the state of Texas. All right, and all the THC products, the things that contain a little bit of weed in there, or oil from the weed. He wants that deregulation of that as well. Now, I don't know what that's going to do. I know quite a few people that to this day that love weed, whatever. But the legalization of weed hasn't worked too well in California. I don't believe it's worked too well in other states that has been passed. And besides, when I was traveling to California a lot, man. You walk everywhere you walk, man. There you can smell the weed. You can smell it. It sucks. It really sucks. You're at a green light, at a red light, not green light, but a red light. You're sitting there waiting for the light to turn green. Car next door, you can smell that thing, and all of a sudden you turn around, that guy's smoking weed. It's like now it's like in your face. It's a normal thing for these people. And of course, weed, weed can actually, by someone who smokes weed a lot, that eventually is going to carry you along to something else. Eventually you're going to be doing something else. I believe that. I could be wrong. I know a lot of people that do smoke weed. And to this day, even older people, it's like old people my age to this day, some of them still smoke weed. I'm like, dude, what the hell? Look, I understand I don't agree with it, by the way, when a youngster smokes weed, but with an older adult smoking, what was that? Medical reasons, is that what you're saying? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's for medical reasons or whatever, maybe just like weed. I don't know, but I've seen a lot of people that even older, like I said, older people that smoke weed to this day. But, Also, let's keep going with this guy. On the LGBTQ plus, all of that, mumbo jumbo type of a deal. Talarico is a big supporter of LGBT, which is not doesn't make any. Look, they're all most Democrats do. That's a giving, right? He's also appeals to the progressive Christianity in queer theology. I don't know what that. I think that he thinks maybe the Bible is probably people in the Bible. Some people in the Bible. I don't know. Some apostles were probably, I don't know, gay. Maybe I don't know. These people twist shit around anyways. They like doing that. Okay. Let's see what else. What else? On immigration. Talarico believes that immigration policy in the United States should be treated, we should actually treat our southern border like a front porch. So we have to lay a mat. What do you call a front mat in our front door? So that's what we want to do. We want to welcome everybody. Okay. No, you're a criminal. It doesn't matter. You are welcome here. I'm telling you. He's also a big supporter of a two-state solution, which is nothing new. These type of people, they're not really big fans of Israel. That's kind of a given. Talarico also he's a big supporter of Supreme Court reform. So basically, he wants to pack the courts. So he would love to have more than whatever we have right now, judges, in the Supreme Court. He wants more, because the ones that are right there right now, they're just, it's not good. He doesn't like it because they're not going. A lot of them are not going in his favor lately. So he wants more. That's pretty much who he is. But so Talarico is a Presbyterian. Yeah, I guess he's a Presbyterian in Austin. Presbyterian. Look, when it comes to church and all that kind of thing, a lot of it is my own personal beliefs. But I do know in some parts of the Christian umbrella per se, there are some churches that do approve of the LGBT. Look, approving of the LGBTQ community, there's nothing wrong as a Christian person to love everybody. That's just how it is. We gotta love. We just don't like what they do. That's a thing. But to these people, if you don't like them, that's you're a hateful person, and that's what they and that pretty much shows in his beliefs when it comes to church with this guy, Presbyterian. I've heard some things on the Presbyterian church that, but like I said, you do whatever you think is best when it comes to your worshiping and that kind of thing. That's your own personal thing. That's my own personal thing. But when it comes to turning things around from what the scripture actually say and what their beliefs are, that's where it kind of gets a little dicey, I think, for me. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It's crazy, right? But no, not now. Something, a little something about Talarico, and you're gonna be hearing more about Talarico and days to come and months to come, and I think, honestly, I think he's gonna be going somewhere. And it's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Remember this name, and he's gonna be just like another AOC, Elon Omar. He's gonna be one of those guys. Of course, he's gonna be at a different level because this guy, he's going for the Senate, so he's way up there. But yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got, and this is unfortunate that this guy is from the great state of Texas. It's I don't know what the hell's going on here lately, but things are not looking pretty good over here sometimes, from what I can see. And hopefully this is just it's just something that's just going by, and we're going to go through this bump, and then our state pretty much stays the way we like it to stay. More on the conservative, more the Christian. I hate it when they start bashing the Christians, which is what this guy does. I'm hoping that we stay pretty much the same way, and to what we've been doing all along, and we stay this way, and the state doesn't fall on these guys' hands. Because if it does, the state will be pretty much gone. If these people take over the great state of Texas, we're pretty much done. There's nowhere for us to go anymore. Knowing that the state's the votes here are pretty high. So pretty high. We're in a pretty high state votes, and. So we want to make sure that we keep awake, and these guys don't. We keep watching these people, and exactly. We got to keep our eyes open the whole entire time and for these guys. But anyhow, I think we're done with this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and learned a little bit about this guy. If not, just do your own research. Gotta drink a little bit of this one. Oh, man. It was starting to itch a little bit. I guess I talked too much. Anyhow, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, like I said, do some research on this guy a little bit more if you want. But and I would suggest if you guys do that, because this guy is going to be higher and higher. And it's a scary thing. The more I listen to this guy, the more I kind of go, this is not good. But anyhow, actually, you know what? Joe Rogan told him to ask him he should run for president. No, yeah, he did. He was in Joe Rogan not too long ago. And yeah, exactly. Anyhow, we're done. Thank you very much, guys. We're pretty much done with this video. Take care of yourself. Take care of your families. And we'll see you next time around in the next video. And have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.